What's up guys? Today we're going to cover in full detail the #1 way to buy a laundromat with seller financing and why it's way easier than you think. So you found a laundromat to purchase, or at least you thought about buying one, right? And now you're at the point of figuring out how you're going to finance it with the least amount of money out of pocket. This is how I approach all of my investments. I want to get into the deal with as little money possible while having it still cash flow really well. I never want to over leverage an asset, meaning use too much debt to finance it, but I do want to use the highest limit possible that makes sense without taking on too much risk. Laundromats are great for leveraging because once you find one that cash flows really well, it should be damn near impossible to over leverage on it. So let's dive in. Buying a laundromat on seller financing is way easier than you think, and most sellers are open to it. You're probably asking why a majority of sellers would be open to carrying a loan once they sell their business, and it boils down to the fact that a lot of laundromats can't be lended on. So why the hell would you want to buy a laundromat that can't be lended on anyways? Well, this is where some of the best opportunities exist, and a lot of buyers overlook them because they are looking for the biggest and newest laundromats, but those also come at a premium price. I'm looking for laundromats that have been in business for years, have a great customer base, most likely have old washer and dryers, and are in a great location that has already been proven to work. Owners of these laundromats have often been running these businesses for years, if not decades, and are often ready to retire. The problem? Most banks and small business lenders aren't going to give out a loan on a business that has assets with very little value because there's nothing for them to take back if the loan is defaulted on. This is good news for us, the buyers, because it works in our favor. Now, we know the value of the business is calculated by taking a multiple of the annual net operating income, which I cover in another video, which I'll link below. This allows us, the buyer, to come up with a purchase price that is fair for both the buyer and the seller. For the sake of simplicity, we are going to say the laundromat we're looking at purchasing is making $100K in net operating income annually. We're going to also say that this laundromat is in a normal average area, so we'll use a 4x multiple to get a purchase price of $400,000. We get that by taking $100,000 net operating income and multiplying it by 4. So the purchase price is $400,000. The seller carry in this scenario is going to be $380,000, and our down payment will be $20,000. So why would the seller carry that high of a loan amount? Well, it's our job to explain to the seller that his or her machines are 10+ years old and that getting a loan from a bank, private lender, or the SBA is going to be very difficult because the assets no longer carry much value to them. This also allows us, the buyer, to explain that having them, the seller, carry the loan is really one of the only options to get the acquisition done. One of the best parts about a seller finance deal is that we get to negotiate what terms work best for both parties. Since there's no other bank or lender involved, the options are absolutely endless. Work out a down payment and an interest rate that works for both you, the buyer, and the seller, and that can work in both of your benefit. Let's say you bring a larger down payment. Well, you could ask for a lower rate and a lower purchase price. And if you bring a small down payment, the seller may ask for a higher rate or a higher purchase price, which is completely fine if the numbers still work well. The goal is to negotiate what works for both parties and keep things moving forward to close the acquisition. Here's an example of one of my seller finance deals that resembles one of the laundromats I purchased. Purchase price, $100,000, down payment, $10,000, interest rate 5.5%, and the term was over 5 years, which means that after my down payment of $10,000, the loan came out to $90,000, and my monthly payment was $1,719 a month and would be paid off in full in 5 years. You can get as creative as you'd like with this. This is one of the best things and one of the things that I absolutely love about being an entrepreneur. We create our own path and we write our own rule book. So please like and subscribe if you like this video, as I'll be releasing more content soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.